Ni hao, TikTok, and Privyet, RedTube, TikTok. So, my name is Matthew Brian Coolidge. I'm a musician. And in America, I'm considered a crazy person. Because I came to the realization that we live in a corporate fiction. Any one of you, I'm going to drop some names here: Max Igan and Jeff Berwick and Santos Bonacci. Anybody who's been following and studying them is most likely awakening to the reality that we live in a corporate fiction. And through history, there's certain figures that were brought up by Santos Bonacci. He taught about Pythagoras, the Greek philosopher, and Giordano Bruno. And Max Igan is one of the greatest teachers I've ever listened to on the earth. I've met some really interesting people in my life. I'm 42 years old. But I will say that the wisdom that Max has is incredible, and he is a gift to the world. Every video that he's made, every podcast that he's made, every teaching that he has shared, and he has risked his own life to share the knowledge that he has shared, he is a great man. And recently, on my travels, listening to things, I came across another teaching of Marcion and the Marcionites, and this has to do with the Gnostic Christians, the early Christians, and that's a whole new chapter that I'm delving into, studying Marcionism, the Marcionites, the Cathars, and the destruction of the Library of Alexandria. I would have never known these things if it wasn't for Max and Jeff, Dollar Vigilante, and BitChute.com. These are some of the greatest gifts. But do you know what really woke me up? I'll tell you the story. What really woke me up was I was sitting in traffic in 2017, and remember the group Anonymous? Anonymous came out and they shared a video on YouTube at the time, and it was called The Science and Politics of Vitamin B17. Edward Griffin, the story of how cancer had a natural cure. So I'm going to say this. When I, as a person who is educated with a biology degree, when I listened to that documentary by Edward Griffin that Anonymous shared, and I realized that the medical industry was lying to us from the beginning, and that this society, this corporate fiction of a society that we live in, wanted the general population to die before 60 and to not have a natural cure for cancer, that's when I really started to wake up. So in America, I'm considered a crazy person because I don't watch TV, and the corporate fiction no longer does anything for me. If anything, it's a stumbling block. Jesus said, new wine will not go in old wineskins. And that's the point that I'm at right now in my life. So I'm not a crazy person. I'm just somebody who is trying to comprehend all of the information that I've been given. And also, as a musician, there's things that I want to express. There's things that I want to teach through my music. And when it comes to the subject of the demiurge, I actually wrote a song about the demiurge, but I don't want to release it until it's composed and perfected. And I also know that if I release a song about the demiurge, it's going to put me in danger, just like Marcion was in danger. And anybody who ever talks about the demiurge, they risk their lives. My life is more than halfway over. So what do I really have to lose? I don't have children. My life is almost over. I'm 42. Unless like I can perfect my nutrition and perfect myself, I don't know how much time I really have. But anyway, I just wanted to say that to anyone who's claiming that I'm crazy, feel free. Your perception of me and your accusation of me being crazy just validates for me that I'm on a path of knowledge that most people can't comprehend.